Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. We're going to dive into the fascinating world of behavioral management strategies and self control techniques. Our focus will be on exploring key approaches like token economies, group contingencies, and various self management methods. These tools are designed to help facilitate effective and lasting behavior change. I'm excited to share this in depth look with you and hope you find it both informative and practical. Let's get started. The token economy is a system used to manage behavior by awarding tokens for desired actions. These tokens act as symbolic reinforcers, things like points or chips, that aren't valuable on their own but can be exchanged later. The key to this system is the use of backup reinforcers, which are tangible rewards or enjoyable activities that individuals can get by trading in their tokens. The behaviors targeted for tokens are clearly defined so everyone understands what actions will earn rewards. For example, students might earn points for completing assignments and then exchange those points for extra recess time or small prizes. This clear exchange system helps motivate and reinforce positive behavior effectively. Let's look at the three main types of group contingencies and how they work. First, we have the independent group contingency. Here, reinforcement is tied to each individual's performance. For example, a student might get computer time only if they finish their homework. So, each person's reward depends solely on their own effort. Next is a dependent group contingency. In this case, the whole group's reward depends on performance of one or few members. Imagine one student finishes early, and that earns a reward for the entire group. The group's success hinges on those key members. Finally, there's the interdependent group contingency. This requires the entire group to meet a specific criterion to earn reinforcement. For instance, all group members must complete their task for the group to celebrate with a party. Everyone's effort counts towards a shared outcome. So, these types differ mainly in how responsibility and rewards are spread across the group, which can influence motivation and teamwork in different ways. When implementing group contingencies, it's crucial to start with clear behavioral criteria. Everyone needs to understand exactly what's expected to avoid confusion. Next, fairness is key. Setting reasonable expectations ensures no one feels overwhelmed or unfairly targeted. Using meaningful reinforcers is also important. The rewards have to genuinely motivate the whole group, not just a few individuals. Accurate behavior monitoring plays a big role too, as it helps us assess how the group is performing without bias. Managing group dynamics is another challenge. Peer pressure and social loafing can undermine efforts, so these need to be addressed proactively. Finally, ongoing communication and feedback keep everyone engaged and informed, which sustains motivation over time. For example, in workplace teams, carefully tracking individual contributions supports fairness and encourages continued effort, especially when the group's success depends on each member. Skinner defines self control as involving two distinct types of responses. The first is a controlling response, which is a behavior that we use to influence the likelihood of a future behavior. This often involves changing our environment or context to support our goals. For example, setting specific goals or avoiding places that tempt us. The second is a controlled response, which is a future behavior that the controlling response is trying to affect. To illustrate, if someone wants to quit smoking, they might discard their cigarettes or avoid smoking areas. These are the controlling responses. The controlled response, in this case, is the act of smoking itself, which they are trying to reduce. This two-response framework helps us understand how self-control works by linking present actions to future behaviors. Self-monitoring and treatment packages involve four key steps. First, individuals observe and record their own behavior. This self-monitoring helps increase awareness and lays the foundation for change by tracking how often a behavior occurs. Next, progress is assessed through self-evaluation, often using the collected data. For example, a student might review how well they stayed on task each week to see if they're improving. The third step is providing rewards based on progress or specific behaviors. This reinforcement could be something like earning tokens for positive changes or celebrating milestones to encourage continued effort. Finally, these components, self-monitoring, self-evaluation, and reinforcement, are integrated to form a comprehensive treatment package that effectively supports lasting behavior change. Here, We have four types of self-administered consequences that influence our behavior. First is positive reinforcement, which means giving yourself a reward to encourage a behavior, like enjoying a snack after exercising. Next is negative reinforcement, where you remove something unpleasant once a behavior happens, such as turning off an annoying alarm after finishing your morning routine. Then there's positive punishment, which involves applying an unpleasant stimulus to try to reduce a behavior. For example, snapping a rubber band on your wrist to help stop nail biting. Lastly, negative punishment means taking away something you value to decrease a behavior, like losing TV privileges after procrastinating. Each of these plays a key role in shaping how we manage our own actions. When designing a self-management program, the first step is to define the target behavior as clearly and specifically as possible. This helps you know exactly what you want to change or improve. Next, self-monitoring is crucial. This means systematically tracking the behavior so you can see patterns and progress over time. Once you have that data, setting measurable and attainable goals becomes easier. These goals give you a clear direction and motivation. Regular self-evaluation is also important because it helps you assess how well you're doing in relation to your goals and make adjustments if needed. Reinforcement plays a key role, too, by providing rewards or consequences based on your performance, which can strengthen the desired behavior. Lastly, using prompting cues, like reminders, can encourage the behavior and keep you on track consistently. Together, these components create a structured and effective approach to managing your own behavior.